Hi, my name is Ariana Adams, and I am a student ambassador, the vice president of Surgery Club, and the treasurer of Pathology Club. I chose veterinary medicine because growing up I had a chocolate lab named Angel, and seeing her go through sickness and I couldn't help her really made me upset. So, veterinary medicine was something that I've become very passionate about and have dedicated my life to becoming. I chose the University of Arizona because I came here for my undergraduate program, and the talk about the veterinary program was very big, and I was very excited. So I graduated a year early in undergrad in 2019, and then 2020 they released the program. So I was very excited, and then coming to learn more about the program, they're just extremely hands-on and they're very visual, and that's exactly the type of learner that I am. So I felt that the program really catered to the type of person that I am and how I want to be able to teach and learn others as well.
My name is Dana Smith. I am a current first-year student here at University of Arizona. I am president of AAEP, which is our American Association of Equine Practitioners, and a student ambassador. I chose to come to Arizona because of how invested the faculty were in our education and how they're treating us as first-year students and just as students in general. They really care about us. They ask us our feedback constantly, and they're really invested in how we are becoming veterinarians and how we're going to be out in the field and not just in the classroom.
Hey everyone, my name is Ricky Wagner. I am one of the student representatives through student government. I'm also a student ambassador, and I also act as a student rep for Purina Pro Plan Diets. When it came to choosing University of Arizona as the vet school that I would attend, it was a pretty easy choice. You know, going through the experiences of interviewing through other vet schools, I could really tell that Arizona really cared about us and they really were devoted to our success. And you know, that isn't something that I necessarily inherently felt when I was at other schools. And so just that level of passion and their drive to change vet medicine really encouraged me to want to go here and made me fall in love with the school.
Being from Chicago, I am loving Arizona. There's never a bad day, I swear. I like being away from home because my mom comes to visit me all the time and she likes being out here in the warm sunny weather, and I just think it's a really good place for me to find myself. Even though I'm an older, less traditional student, I am having a better time like being on my own out here and really figuring out how I'm going to be in my adult life, because this is the last step that I'm taking in order to be an adult and live on my own.
So the time I had before attending vet school was a little different than some others because I actually applied to vet school twice. So, you know, after the first time I got in, of course was devastated, but after, you know, going through those trials, I decided to make use of the extra time I had. So one of the things I did to prepare for vet school was I actually moved across the country to start somewhere new, and I got a job as a veterinary technician. And so I worked as a technician for a little bit, gained so much experience, gained connections, which was really great. And so one of my first suggestions to prepare yourself for vet school is to still just get those experience, put yourself out there. Even if you don't feel like you have much time left, it's still beneficial. And the other thing that I did is after that, just right before school for the summer, I actually moved back home with my parents. That way I could spend some time with family, spend some time with my parents, spend some time with my friends that are back in my home state, because I knew I was about to move across the country again and be far away from everybody. So I think the two really important things you can do is just try to get some experience, try to live life, and to also spend time with your loved ones if you know you are moving, because you're gonna be very busy once you get here, and so you're gonna cherish those times that you did have.
So usually we have a flipped classroom model where we study the material beforehand during the week, and then we go into class and we apply the material to different cases and things like that. We're usually in our TBL main group 3 days a week, and so that's usually the core group of 6 or 7 people that you spend most of your time with. And then the remainder of the week is spent in small learning groups where you're just with different members of the class that you may not have interacted with before. Currently, we're learning about the heart, the lungs, and the kidneys, and we just had a lab where we got to listen to heart and lung sounds.
Okay, so my favorite place to study is outside, and I actually love studying with my other friends in the class. So, like, I have a dog, and a lot of people in our class have dogs. So, a lot of times it's nice to go to a dog park and just bring our laptops or something and study together and just let the dogs get a bunch of energy out so we have more time for more homework later. My favorite subject that I'm learning right now is I really loved One Health because that was one of the reasons I decided to go into vet med. I was really interested in involving communities and veterinary medical professionals as well as medical professionals to work together to kind of bridge the gap between livestock management and conservation.
So I'm involved in a lot of different activities on campus. I'm a student ambassador for incoming students. I'm the president of a club here on campus, the American College of Veterinary Pathologists student chapter. And for that, I work on making the meetings and getting speakers and arranging activities. And then I'm a member of the curriculum committee here on campus, where we work with the professors and other staff to better our education.
So Tucson is so beautiful. You'll find that you're surrounded by mountains and cactus, which I love. What I like to do for fun, there's a lot of hiking, so that's always fun to do. I also like to ride my bike around. There's like a 23-mile trail around Tucson. That's amazing. You get beautiful views. I love hanging out with my friends. There's a really cool mini golfing place, so if you're into that. Also, there's great eateries here. So you have a lot of Mexican food, there's Indian food, basically any type of food you can think of. El Charro is one of my favorite restaurants. They have like 4 different locations. Charro Vida, owned by the same family. Amazing food, especially vegan food if you're into that. Tucson's beautiful and there's a lot of things to do here. So you'll find anything that you like.
U of A does a lot of collaborative learning with your classmates. So a lot of learning that we do is with your classmates and as a team, and that will really prepare you for the clinical setting when you'll be working with the team every day.
I feel that the school has given us a lot of opportunities through lab that help us realize how it is going to be in the real world when we're veterinarians. For example, we've been able to use the ultrasound machines on live dogs, live horses, and things like that just make me feel prepared before I'm even in my clinical year. And I really appreciate that from the school. It's just made me feel better in myself as a veterinarian, and I think that's what you're going to gain out of being here at the UA CVM.
So when it comes to preparing us for the real world, the University of Arizona really takes every aspect of veterinary medicine into account. I mean, they are training us in professional skills, so we're day one ready to actually talk to clients and be able to properly manage an appointment. They're obviously teaching us the best veterinary medicine that they can, and they're also giving us a ton of hands-on skills. I mean, we have got to do things in our first and second semesters that vet students usually don't get to do until their third or fourth years. We've got to use ultrasound machines. We've got to practice suturing. We have got to kind of be exposed to what it's like to take x-rays and a bunch of things like that. And so building these skills from the beginning is really beneficial. I think it's going to help me a lot when it comes to working in the field. I am very excited to graduate from here as a day one ready vet and not have to leave school being worried about my performance in the industry.
What I'm getting here that I'm not getting at another school is the attentive one-on-one attention. I'm a name, I'm not just a number, and the faculty know me, they know what my goals are, and they know how to help me reach those goals.
So the University of Arizona prepares us very well from day one. We get hands-on visual learning, which is what the program is advertised, and that's what I really appreciate about it, and I feel like that's something I wouldn't get anywhere else. From day one, we're putting our hands on animals. We're getting to learn how to auscultate heart sounds and lung sounds. We're learning how to ultrasound and radiographs, and I feel like we're becoming experts very early on, which will help us in the long run when we start applying these to real clinical situations. We also focus here at the U of A on really applying what we're learning outside of class onto clinical applications in class. We're not really lectured at, which is also what I appreciate, because I learn better being able to physically do it and physically apply it to something that we would actually see.
And if I was to give any advice to future vet students like you guys, I would say that to just, no matter what, believe in yourself when you're coming. Don't be afraid of anything. It definitely is an intimidating thing. That is a very valid feeling. But you all are here for a reason. You're all capable of this, and you're going to do amazing, and I can't wait to see you all.
My advice to somebody coming here is to continue to be yourself. That's what you got. That's what got you here in the first place, and just continue to build upon that. The school gives you the best tools to do so.
And my advice to students is to stay open, stay curious, and always be a lifelong learner.
Some advice that I would have for the future students is just to know that it's completely okay to feel scared. I felt that way too before coming here, but just know that you deserve to be here and you made it. All of your hard work absolutely paid off, and now you're on the journey. This is the last step for you to become what you want to be. So when you get here, work hard. Know it's okay to take breaks and to take your time, but work hard and make it to the end just like we want to.
Good luck on your journey in veterinary medicine. This is just the beginning.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and I wish you the best of luck on your endeavors.
You guys have so much ahead of you, so just take it all one step at a time. Just want to say thank you for following along, and good luck on everything.